What's up? Welcome to the channel. In this video, we are going to be taking a look at a brand new gaming audio mixer from FIFINE. Meet the SC3. And let's jump to some spicy B-roll. So like I said, this is a brand new audio mixer that FIFINE released just back in March 2023. And if you're a gamer, streamer, and podcaster, there are a lot of really cool features that the SC3 offers that can really enhance your content. Like a 48-volt phantom power button for connecting those XLR microphones that require it. Also, if you're looking to have some fun, it offers voice changers and even some auto-tune capabilities. And there are even 4 buttons that you can record your own sound effects for playback during streams or podcasts or anything like that. You'll also notice some function buttons at the bottom under the mic, line in, headphone, and line out line. 3 of those have quick draw mute buttons, so if you're in the middle of a stream or a podcast, you can quickly just hit that mute and unmute button. And when you do hit the mute button, it's going to light up white. That way you know that you are off the air. However, under the headphone slider, you're going to see a mic monitor button, and when you hit that actually plays back your audio to hear it in real time. That way you can confirm audio levels. Also, you can hear how your voice sounds if you're using some of those voice changers or even some of the auto tuning. Now let's take a look at some of those ports on the back. On the far left, the OTG/PC or on the go/PC is where you're going to connect a USB-C to power the device. The USB-C end obviously goes into the SC3, whereas if you're using the cable that came with the device, that cable also ends with a USB-C. However, it does come with an adapter for USB-A, and you would just plug that into your computer or laptop. To the right of the power port is the line out. This is where you would connect your speakers or an Android device. If you connect your Android device, you would basically be using that to play music or to broadcast. To the right of the line out is the headphone jack. So this port is only for headphones, not gaming headsets. Again, moving to the right, we have the line in. This is to connect external 3.5mm audio inputs from devices like phones or tablets for audio input as background music or auxiliary sound sources. Next port to the right, this is the headset port. And this port allows you to both hear yourself in real time as well as record from the microphone. However, keep in mind though that the headset port will take priority if it's plugged in alongside a microphone in the actual microphone port. So if you do have a headset plugged in, make sure you are using your headset microphone because your other mic will not be picking up audio so long as there is a jack plugged into the headset port. And finally, the last port on the right is a combo input interface. With this port, you can connect an XLR microphone or a 1/4-inch dynamic microphone. Alright, now let's talk about some of those fun features. There's quite a few to choose from between the different RGB, the voice changer button, as well as the auto tune button. So let's start off with that 48-volt phantom power button. If you are using an XLR microphone that requires the use of it, just make sure you push it so it's glowing white. That way you know that it's on, and when you're not using it, be sure to turn it off. Moving our way down is that electric button, and as you can see, there's different note pitches. This is pretty much an auto tune button, so when it's just lit with RGB, that button is turned off. However, once you hit it, it turns white, and then from there you can cycle through all the different pitches, and you'll basically keep scrolling through until you hold the button down, and then it will turn off. So yeah, this is just an example of the auto tune. God. What other ones? Okay, this is an E flat. This is, I guess, this is how E flat auto tuning sounds. As a gamer, I don't really have a use for that. However, podcasters or people doing music, making music, they might have some use for that. So that's still a pretty cool feature to toss in there. Also, I guess it could be kind of funny. Sticking with the voice changers, I guess we might as well just move to the button that says change voice. Once you turn it on,
the button lights up white, and now I sound like a male. And
cycle through there. This is what a female might sound like. I think I sound more like a sim than quote unquote female, so that I just don't think that's what a female sounds like at all.
Baby, and
Elder, you kids get off my lawn. Hold that button
down to turn it off, that we don't have to do that anymore. RGB on this thing is pretty cool. FIFINE gave us a lot of options with this. There are dynamic and there are also static colors. The static colors are like orange, light green, like a lime green, a Danny Phantom green, teal, which looks really good, just love the teal, dark blue, or I guess that's just technically blue, purple, and then you get to the dynamic colors starting with rainbow, and then this kind of just slowly goes through all of the colors instead of all of them at once. It kind of just cycles through one at a time. And then not only are there just different colors, but they also do different things. As you can see, this one kind of just goes through button by button, kind of around clockwise, and then changes the color after each rotation. Whereas this one, all the buttons fade color simultaneously. And if for whatever reason you do get sick of the RGB, you can just hold the button and turn that all the way off. It does look better with the RGB on though. Another really fun feature are the 4 custom buttons. These let you record audio for playback. Say you're doing a podcast, or I mean even streaming. You can just have a playback recorded on there, and it allows you to record for 15 seconds. Recording is super easy. If you're recording from your microphone, make sure you turn on mic monitor and then just pick one of the buttons and hold that until it turns white. Once the button's white, you can just start recording, and it records for 15 seconds. Once you hit that 15 seconds, it just automatically stops recording. And then once you're done, just let the button go. And then hit the button again to play it back. Once the button's white, you can just start recording, and it records for 15 seconds. Once you hit that 15 seconds, it just automatically stops recording. And then once you're done, just Now that my speakers and the microphone are running through the audio mixer, I'm gonna have to go and change some settings. First, let's start with the speakers that are using the line out port. Now, as for me, I have my speakers hooked up to this, that way I can control my speaker volume with the line out slider, which to me is so absolutely convenient. But after you plug your speakers into the audio mixer, you do have to go into your audio settings on your computer. For me, my original speaker settings were under Realtek high definition audio, but once I plugged them in to the SC3, then I had to switch my speakers to speakers parentheses FIFINE SC3. Now with the microphone, I'm going to show you what to do if you're using, say, OBS. You'd have to go into settings, audio, and then for mic auxiliary audio, you're going to want to switch that to microphone parentheses FIFINE SC3. Alright, now for $50, I want to talk about build quality. Because I gotta say, it's pretty good. Even though it's just plastic, at least it's a matte plastic, so it doesn't really get covered in fingerprints. Slider movability is really good. I do like that FIFINE designed this at an angle. Of course, they also did give the SC3 4 rubber pads in the bottom to really prevent any sliding, but it does definitely help having it at an angle so that when you're pushing down on the button to slide it up or slide it down, there's really not a big chance that this is going to be sliding around. So it's still reassuring to know that it won't be sliding around your desk. My only honest gripe with the build quality is that when you have all 4 of these sliders down, you see the red line going across in the middle here. I associate that as the marker. Same thing as a tack in a car instrument panel. When that tack is at 50, you're assuming you're going 50 miles per hour. The issue with this is that that red line doesn't drop all the way down to the bottom, and even when you push them up to the top, that red line also does not go all the way up to that top line. Then again, since these lines aren't marked with any other kind of like number designation, I don't think it's too big of an issue, but it is something that I did notice actually just tonight. So is that a deal breaker for me? Absolutely not. but this is the first iteration of this device, so maybe the second one, they might change that up, and maybe they would have like the red line actually line up with the top and bottom of the markers. So let me know what you think of the SC3 Audio Mixer. If you got this, what would you use it for? Let me know down in the comments. Also, if you found the video helpful and enjoyed it, please give the video a like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Thank you so much for watching. Later.